Hey everybody, it's Glenn Depke, just kind of chilling in my kitchen today. I'm working from the home office, developing some really powerful slide decks for some presentations coming up tonight and for next week. I took the time for a little break, and I thought this was a perfect opportunity to continue our conversation on the ketogenic diet. So what I want to talk about today is MCT oil. So MCT oil is a derivative of coconut oil, and it's a highly absorbable aspect of the coconut oil that has a significant impact on increasing energy, helping with weight loss, helping regulate blood sugar, helping to stimulate mitochondria production, and all the benefits that I've already been talking about with the ketogenic diet. Now, there's a couple things that I want to bring a strong point with is when you actually are buying MCT oil, you really want to make sure you're getting, number one, a high quality MCT oil. So basically what that means is you're going to look for something that has at least 90 to 95% caprylic acid in it. A lot of the MCT oils have like half caprylic acid, and then the other half of the blend is just straight coconut oil. So you could be paying literally quite a bit of money for really just, half coconut oil, when you could be paying so much less for coconut oil, and that's not giving you all the benefits you're looking for directly from the MCT oil. Yeah, so that's number one. Number two, we want to talk about, if you're new to MCT oil, more is not better. If you're the more is better type of person, just stop it. I mean, that's not the way to go about the use of MCT oil. Because if you take too much MCT oil at the beginning, you might find yourself with bloating, maybe a stomach upset, maybe feeling nauseous, or you might be wondering why you have to run to the bathroom with violent diarrhea. And really, hopefully, if that happens, I'm hoping you make it there. Yeah, so don't overdo the MCT oil at the beginning. What I use today is based on really using MCT oil for months and months. So I don't recommend starting where I am right now. I would start at, depending on how sensitive you are. If you're a very sensitive person, if you've got a very sensitive gut, I would start at just maybe a quarter teaspoon per day, but most people can successfully start at using a half a teaspoon per day. So a couple things: make sure you get something that actually has at least 90 to 95% of the caprylic acid. Also then make sure that you start slow and work your way up. And then I'm going to give you also an example of how I use the MCT oil on a regular basis. And a part of what you can do that still maintains and keeps you in fat burning and helps give you a boost of energy in the morning, and really allows you to go until maybe your first meal of the day might even be like 10 or 11 a.m. like it is for me. It's because when I get up in the morning, I make myself a pot of, well, not really a pot, I'm making myself a cup of either a dark tea or a coffee. Now, a couple of things. The coffee that I always use, and it's not this particular brand all the time, this is just what I've had more recently. I always notice the words organic coffee. You definitely want to utilize an organic coffee, and I prefer a light roast coffee over a dark roast. Now, the organic is important because you don't want coffee that's been sprayed with a lot of chemicals and pesticides. And coffee itself is highly nutritious, but we want to make sure it's a good high quality coffee so we get that benefit of the nutritional aspect of the coffee. Now for me, I'm not the type of person who needs coffee to get going in the morning. I'm not looking for the jolt of the caffeine. Yeah, so oftentimes I'll do a decaf organic, or I'll do like a half and half blend. And every once in a while, and I feel like I need that boost, if it's a long, kind of rough, hard day, and I need to have this like really good, high, sustained energy physically, mentally, emotionally, maybe later in the day I might enjoy a caffeinated coffee, but that's not something that I need on a regular basis. But I love the taste of coffee with fat. So one of the ways that I achieve that, I use a yerba mate dark roast tea, which is a blend of tea that actually has a similar taste to coffee. Now for those coffee connoisseurs, you're going to be like, no, there's no way it tastes like coffee. Well, no, it's not exactly coffee, but it's similar enough to satisfy my taste buds and my taste needs, and it likely would for you as well. And so that's the other option. Like most mornings, I actually make this rather than actually going with the coffee. Or if I am going to go with the coffee and I really want the true taste of the coffee, I'll typically go with an organic decaf. So what you do with this, now I blended this already, And because you would typically want to blend it for 30 seconds. I don't want you to just sit here listening to my blender for 30 seconds. So what I did is I've already put actually I did the tea. I put the tea in the blender. I put a capful of this MCT oil, which is comparable to 1 tablespoon, and then I put in a piece of butter, a slab of butter that's about this big. It's about 1 inch in width, and I put that whole big slab right in with the tea or the coffee. And then what you do from that, once you've got everything blended or everything in there, then you put it, I've got a Vitamix, but any blender will work with this. Then you actually blend this on high. But you would normally be blending for 30 seconds, which is why I blended it prior to this, again, so you don't have to just listen to the blending. And basically, what that's going to do is that's going to actually mix in, it's going to froth up the butter, it's going to froth up the MCT oil, and it's going to actually really get a good blend of the MCT oil into your tea or your coffee. And then what you'll do is, then the best thing is you get to just pour that into your cup, and you can notice by looking at that, you can see the frothing of the butter and the MCT oil. And then at that point, you just get to sit back, take a sip, and most importantly, enjoy. Knowing that you're getting the taste of something you love, you're getting something with a nutritional value, you're getting the butter and the MCT oil to actually help with the fat content for your day. The MCT oil is helping with energy production, it's helping with weight loss, it's helping with blood sugar regulation, uptake and an increase in mitochondria, and all of that is a huge benefit. And if you use it like I do, you start your day off with that enables you to go to like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning before you have your first meal, and yet still enjoy that high, vibrant mental, emotional, and physical energy in the morning. Now, the other thing that I'm going to bring up, and I'm not bringing this up as a recommendation, I'm bringing this up because I'm a realist. I know that what some people are going to do. I am not recommending to put anything in there as a sweetener for your coffee or your tea. But if you're going to, and you want to maintain some level of fat burning, what I would recommend would be the go-to is either erythritol or monk fruit, or also known as lohan fruit. But I caution you against using sweeteners. Now, if you're somebody who this is new to you, and you're easing into the program, and you're used to like loading up your coffee or tea with sugar or honey or something like that, then by all means use a little bit of this, but don't get in the habit of using a sweetener, because whenever you're using a sweetener, even if it's what we can think of as a fat burning, approved sweetener, it still has an effect on you mentally, emotionally, and can trigger sugar cravings from an emotional perspective. And you want to do everything to keep yourself on this path of creating success, rather than something that's going to derail you because of some mental and emotional craving. Yeah, so now you've got all the information to what MCT oil to get, how to start out using it, what symptoms you could be dealing with if you know you're using too much, and you've got a really great recipe of something delicious, yummy, that you can enjoy in the morning to maintain your energy. All right, everybody, thank you for coming into my kitchen on a kind of a chill day with me today, and learning a little bit about troubleshooting with MCT, learning about MCT, and how you can have something really delicious. All right, take care. One last thing before I shut down today. If you're really enjoying this series on the ketogenic diet, hey, give me a thumbs up. If you have a question or a comment, post that below, and I will get back to that personally. And also, to make sure that you're getting all the other videos in the series, subscribe to this page and then click on the upper right, that little bell, and that will actually give you notifications for the next live or the next just sent out video. So have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you really soon. Bye-bye.